Hey guys, JPMX21 here. Welcome back to Pokemon Top 10. Last week we did Pokemon Top 10 of my favorite Kanto Pokemon, and this week we're gonna do Pokemon Top 10 of my favorite Johto Pokemon. This is not based of just stats or design. This is based of everything, and this is my opinion. As long as you respect my opinion, I will respect yours. And without further ado, let's go ahead and move to this countdown. In the number 10 spot, we have one of the Pokemons that I always like him, but with X and Y, it became even more good. Heracross is number 10 because I really like Heracross. Heracross is one of my favorite Pokemons that Ash has had. You know, he uses Bulbasaur to eat, and it's really funny how he does that. And with Heracross was one of the Pokemons that I wasn't expecting to get a Mega Evolution, but Mega Heracross is awesome. I really like Mega Heracross. Mega Heracross is one of my favorite Megas, and honestly, if you put Heracross with a Heracronite, and you put attacks like, let me see, Close Combat, Mega Horn, Rock Blast, maybe some other things. If you put him like that, and if the regular Heracross has the Moxie ability, you kill one Pokemon, and then if your attack is higher enough, you Mega Evolve, and Mega Heracross has the higher attack of all non-legendary Megas. Mega Heracross is a beast in terms of attack, and that is why he's number 10. In the number 9 spot, we have one of my favorite dragon types and one of my favorite water types, and period, the only non-legendary water dragon type. Kingdra's number 9 because Kingdra is powerful. Kingdra is very, very powerful. You know, Kingdra in Gold, Silver, Crystal, Art Gold, and Soul Silver, defeating Claire and her Kingdra was really, really hard because you don't know what to expect with a water dragon Pokemon. That's really, really scary. And Kingdra, when I played Pokemon Emerald, when I was facing Blake, I was when I lost some of the Elite Four on the first time I went to the Elite Four, it was because of Kingdra. Kingdra was a completely beast. You know, I'm not that fan of Orsi and Seadra, but Kingdra is spectacular. Kingdra is awesome, so that is why Kingdra is number 9. In the number 8 spot, we have a Pokemon that I started to like in X and Y when I started to go to competitive battles. Porygon 2 is number 8 because Porygon 2, oh my god, Porygon 2 is a defensive wall. Porygon 2 is a completely wall in terms of defense. My personal Porygon 2 has Recover, Toxic, Ice Beam, and Discharge. And of course with the Eviolite. Of course the Eviolite. Eviolite, Porygon 2. Porygon 2 without Eviolite is nothing. Porygon 2 is really a very defensive Pokemon. If you put the Eviolite, it's gonna wreck houses. And honestly, I use Toxic and Recover just waiting until the player died. You know, actually gonna tell you just a quick story. When I was Wi-Fi battle once, it was a multi-battle with 3 of my friends, and all of their Pokemon were completely dead, and I still had the first Pokemon. It was a Porygon 2. I used Toxic on one, Toxic on the other, and bam! Recover Toxic, waiting until he died. Porygon 2 is number 8. In the number 7 spot, we have one of the legendaries making to this list. Lugia is number 7 in today's top 10. Lugia is simply awesome. Lugia is the boss of the legendary birds. Lugia was... When I first saw Lugia, I thought, dude, that thing is amazing. And I wasn't wrong. Lugia is really amazing. Lugia is the master of the birds of Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. And the movie of Lugia, The Power of One, was one of my favorite movies in Pokemon of all time. I love that movie. That movie was simply awesome. Lugia was the one. Lugia was the savior. Lugia was the guardian of the sea, and Lugia is still the guardian of the sea. And Lugia is in the coverage of one of my favorite games, one of my Pokemon favorite games of all time, Pokemon Soul Silver. So that is why Lugia is number 7. He's powerful as hell too. Now, in the number 6 spot, we have one and the only evolution to make it into this top 10. Umbreon is number 6. Umbreon is a dark type. Dark type is my second favorite type. And Umbreon is got a simple design. Umbreon is so good. His shiny is simply amazing. He's so bulky. I love bulky Pokemons. Bulky, in Wi-Fi battles, bulky Pokemons, yes please. Wish, Protect, and Fall Play, and one other attack that I am not remembering right now. Umbreon can be annoying, but if you're playing with Umbreon, that is really, really cool. Congratulations if you're playing with an Umbreon on your team. If not, you better be careful if you're facing one. I told you Lugia was one of the legendary Pokemons to make it on this list, but I didn't told you that was the only one. And then in the number 5 spot, we have Suicune. Suicune is my favorite legendary dog. Legendary beast, dog, call it whatever you want. Suicune's amazing. I love Suicune. And Pokemon Crystal is a really cool game. I never get to play Pokemon Crystal on my own, but in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, they did the Suicune part very, very well done. And Suicune was one of the Pokemons that I had on my team when I was playing Pokemon Soul Silver. And Suicune is really, really powerful. I know Entei is probably the favorite of all of the 3 in terms of fan favorites, but I like to be different than the others. And Suicune for me is my favorite. Besides, the movie was amazing. The movie with Suicune is amazing too. Suicune number 5. Now in the number 4 spot, and we are almost in the top. And what is a top 10 of my favorite Pokemon without including my favorite type? Ampharos is number 4 on this list. You know, Ampharos is simply amazing. I've always liked Ampharos. Mareep is so cute. Mareep is very, very cute, and Mareep is very decent in battle. Flappy, okay. Ampharos, super cool. Mega Ampharos, oh my god. You know, Mega Ampharos was one of the first Mega evolutions revealed. And I wasn't expecting to. Okay, like Absol and Mawile, I was expecting that to get something, but you know, Mega Ampharos. Mega Ampharos is really, really cool. Electric Dragon, okay. For me, it's totally fine, Electric Dragon. That's 2 of my favorite types, including my favorite type. Electric types, I love them. Powerful, Ampharos, it fits. He's number 4. In this top 10, I've talked about bulky Pokemons, and here is one of my favorite bulky Pokemons and one of my favorite Pokemons of all time, Lantern. Lantern is one of my favorite Pokemons in the Johto region for sure. Water Electric is definitely my favorite water type, and water type, not my favorite water type, but my favorite water type from Johto region for sure. Don't expect to see another water type, because you're not going to see another water type on this list, because Lantern is the definition of bulky. I love Lantern. You know, one of my friends tell me, "Oh, why don't you use Lantern in Wi-Fi battles?" You know, whoa, Lantern can be well used in Wi-Fi battles. Yeah, it can be good use. Okay, what are the move pools? Okay, Thunderbolt, Scald, Rest, Sleep Talk. Yo, since I've won one battle against a Darkrai with Lantern, I will never forget Lantern, and Lantern claimed until the number 3 spot, until he is amazing. I love bulky Pokemon. Wi-Fi battles really get me into Lantern. Lantern, number 3. We are in the top 3. Let's go ahead and move to number 2. In the number 2 spot, you know, guys, you know I have to put at least one starter in this top 10. Typhlosion is number 2. I love Typhlosion. Honestly, the first time I played a Johto Pokémon game, it was Pokemon Gold. I chose Chikorita, and I thought, yay, okay, Chikorita. But in the rival battles, I thought, dude, Cyndaquil, that thing's amazing. I have to have that thing. And then Quilava, whoa, Quilava is amazing. Then Typhlosion, oh yes, please. But, you know, it was a problem with my save file in Pokemon Gold, and I never get to restart the game. I reset the game, but it wasn't totally okay. But in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I definitely saw the opportunity to have Typhlosion in my hands, and I grabbed my copy of Pokemon Soul Silver. I start the game, and bam, Cyndaquil until Typhlosion, and I still have it. Of course, I still have it. He's one of my favorite starters ever. Cyndaquil's cute, Quilava's amazing, Typhlosion is a totally beast. Eruption's gonna wreck houses. If you use Typhlosion well done, Typhlosion's gonna wreck houses with that Eruption. And Typhlosion's number 2. So who's the champion? If anybody knows me, of course you've already seen who is number 1. Crobat is number 1. Crobat is easy on the top 5 of my favorite Pokemons of all time. You know, I wanted to tell you this story for so long, and this is the time to tell you the story of me and Crobat. You know, when I was playing Pokemon Emerald, 7-year-old me playing Pokemon Emerald, getting myself a Zubat in Granite Cave, and training Zubat and don't give up on him. And he evolved in level 22 into Golbat, and I was like, yo, super happy again, super happy, yes, Golbat's gonna evolve. And at level 23, he evolved into Crobat, and I'm like, what? What the hell? I was like, yo, that's not possible. You know, I know that now is possible, and it's not that, it's very common, but in that kind of, in my age, whoa. I was simply, yo, I was playing with one of my friends. I think his name, yeah, Peter. Peter, if you're watching this, okay. So I was playing with him, and he was like, what? He was with me. What the hell? Crobat. I love Crobat. He's been one of my favorite Pokemon since that times in Pokemon Emerald. Crobat. It's amazing to turn the most annoying Pokemon in Gen 1, that is Zubat, to turn it into a super cool four wings. There's a 4 wings. What the hell is that? Crobat's amazing. Crobat's number 1. I love Crobat. Oh my god, I love him. Number 1. So guys, this was my list of my top 10 favorite Johto Pokemon. I hope you enjoy it, and make sure you leave in the comment section down below what is your top 10, top 5, and only if you only have one Pokemon in Johto that you like, make sure you put in the comments, because as long as you respect my opinion, I will respect yours. And I really wanted to see your opinions and what is your favorite Pokemon. And so thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe, and I will see you all in the next Pokemon Top 10, who will be Pokemon Top 10 Hoenn Pokemon. See you guys next time.